Hello everyone, my name is Lily and I'm the creative director here at Bubblegum Cartoons, and today we will be back at it animating the theme song to our original web series, Demonic Crepes. We are getting so super duper close. We're getting to the end of this marathon here. I believe this is part 6, which is crazy. So far this scene is about 15 seconds long and there's 20 characters and there is so much going on. So yeah, it's been quite the adventure. It's been a lot of fun. So this week we're going to be doing some, I believe, some editing, some coloring, as well as doing the flight animation, which is like my favorite thing I've animated in a very long time. I like it a lot. So what we're gonna have here is we have Sophie is being introduced with Anna and Kyoshi, and she kind of takes their hands, they fade back into the background, and then we see the ensemble of characters, and then Pancake drops from the sky. She picks them up, which is super cute. She hugs them close, and then she has a gemite, which is a special gem from other planets, and then she crystallizes, gets a superpower, which is a super-powered backpack. Her backpack sprouts some wings, and she kind of does this thing where she crouches down, and then she has the wings do a little test flap, and then she takes off, as you can see here, and she goes ta-da, up into the world. And so this background is wicked tall. It's really, really tall, so you can see the entire buildings going up into the night sky. And this is so she can travel up and away. So when I was doing this, I really wanted to get that really breathy, airy feel of flying. And yeah, I haven't flown on a flying backpack myself, but I imagined it to be a lot like swimming. So that was kind of my creative process, was kind of like swimming. And this inspiration kind of came from when I saw I was rewatching things that where kids fly, like Peter Pan. So I was rewatching Disney's Peter Pan, and that was super interesting to see how they fly, and where the power comes from, where the force is, because they don't have any source of power, because she has the wings on her back, but the kids in Peter Pan just kind of float freely. And so it's kind of interesting to see what propels them forward. And so yeah, it was really interesting. I loved exploring this concept of flight is super duper fun. There's a lot you can do with it, and I didn't want her to just fly straight up. I want it to be really interesting, so I do a lot of flips and turns and all that fun stuff. So it's been a really great adventure for me. When I animate this, I just kind of go with the flow and see just experiment and plan out what I want to do, but not each and every individual piece and shot and everything like that. If I didn't mention yet, I am animating this on Toon Boom as usual. So this is on Toon Boom, and the background was done on the Procreate app on my iPad. And I wish I could have done all of the backgrounds on Procreate now, because I'm not much of a Photoshop girl, honestly, nowadays. Now that we have Procreate, it's so much more intuitive. The pieces in my experience come out so much better. So yeah, this background was done in Procreate and everything else was done in Photoshop. And yeah, I've been having so much fun doing this theme song. And since this is the most recent thing, even more recent than Sophie's Picnic Panic, which is our animated short, it's it looks so much better than the show. And I'm just hey guys, welcome to my TV show. Look at this quality. And then, it just, it's not that the show looks bad at all, at all. I'm still really impressed that I did all that myself. That was really, really hard to do. And that was I finished that 2 years ago, and I've learned so much. I animate all the time, so it's a great thing. I think that it looks better now. But we'll see with episode 2. There's an unfortunate part about the pilot that there's a next time on Demonic Crepes kind of thing, and then I have this little scenario that she's stuck in, and then the more I've explored the show, the more I'm I want to introduce Alistair in the second episode, because I think that'd be super duper fun, to have him come in sooner, and I think it would draw an audience a little better, to have that kind of romantic rival come in there. So yeah, I think I want to introduce Alistair, because I never pictured him to be in Harajuku Crepes, which is where she works. That's where her crepe shop is, and I always pictured it being just her. But then with Alistair, I think that would be a really great daily like banter that she could have with him and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I want to introduce Alistair in episode 2 because I want to see him and I think that'll be fun. But I'm really, really excited about this show. I think, you know, it's coming out so soon. Once we're done with the animation, I have to send it up to Carolina, and then Carolina will score it, and then we have some other like icky stuff to do, like business end things. I do have to do some, what do you call it, the subtitles. So if any of y'all can speak fluent French and you want to help girl out, let me know, because I am not fluent in French. I barely speak German anymore. I used to be fluent in German, and speak the littlest bit of Japanese from my study abroad. But yeah, if you guys want any help, we're looking for some, actually no, Carolina can do the Spanish subtitles, but we need some French subtitles here too. So here we go. This is like, okay, this is like my favorite thing to animate here. So I have a lot of like swishing and swirling. It's almost like being like a mermaid in like in the air. It's so sweet. And it's so funny when I first started animating her, because, you know, this is like over the course of days I came back to this project, and I'm like, I totally forgot she was like carrying Pancake, so I had to go back in and like edit him in. I'm like, she's carrying Pancake. Pancake is honestly such a visual, or like such an animated burden for me. I'm like, how is she gonna carry that stupid cat? I just want to draw Sophie. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I gotta go back and draw him. Because she has a really fun design on her shirt, and he's covering the design. So something really fun here is like I wanted to do a big loop, and like a big scooping loop. So she does like this thing that they do in Peter Pan, where like they make themselves into like a V, and then they shoot down, and that's like a lot of power. So she shoots down, and then she does like a loop to loop. And I decided that like maybe she'll be like a little mean, and she'll like throw Pancake in the air when she's at the top of the loop, and then she'll catch him when she's at the bottom, and he's like really pissed. You can like see the look on his face. He's like, I don't think so. But so after this, she does like a loop to loop, and then she does like another like kind of swirly thing, and then she like kicks off. And then when we get to the top of all these buildings and we keep climbing to the top, we're gonna have the title card. And the title card, which I also did in Procreate, I think it looks pretty cute. We'll just have a shot of that, and then Sophie will fly in. And so this is where I kind of wanted to break that, like the x-axis, instead of just going like left and right. The x-axis or the y-axis? One of those axes, I'm gonna totally break it. So instead of having her just going back and forth and having the composition be really flat, I realized that she should be coming like towards and away from the camera to make her feel like she's in a real like 3D space, and she's not just like Paper Mario, you know what I mean? So she's gonna like go like up, and then she's gonna like disappear off screen before the title card comes in. The title card will be there like on the moon, and then she's gonna come like away from the camera as if she was like really close to the viewer, and then she's gonna float in. And it's more just like that's more like the bare necessities, where like, you know, Mowgli's on Baloo's lap, like on his belly, and they're hanging out. So yeah, Sophie is Baloo in this scenario. She's kind of like floating as if she's kind of like, she did all this swimming and now she's just like lazy rivering like around the title card. And so she's gonna kind of float like up and then like down and backwards with Pancake over, sideways, and under on this magic backpack ride. It's a whole new show with 100,000 frames to see. Sorry, tangent. Alrighty. So she's gonna be like flying up towards the title, and then so she's gonna go. I'm also gonna show that this like title card's kind of here in space, so she's gonna go in front of the title card, and then she's gonna like shoot out from behind it too. So she's gonna like swirl around it. She's gonna go back and forward in space. That way the composition doesn't feel tired and lazy. It was really interesting because I really don't. It's hard to like not have you look up her skirt. I mean, she has bloomers on. Luckily, I've been always able to like cheat the camera so you never really see above her knees. So like that's always like an interesting like challenge to have when you have a character flying in a dress. So like especially when she's like flying away from the camera, I'm like, okay, just boots and just lace. That's what's so great about having a petticoat, is like everything's just lace all the time. Yeah, and I like that there's like these little bows like on her, she has like a little ascot on her chest, and she has bows on her shoes, and it's really fun to like have those bows like point in the direction of where she's like soaring into, and like, you know, they get that little like overlapping action with those, because like regrettably I kind of wish she could have had like her hair down and have her hair like swish and swirl. We do get some great action from the bangs, but at the same time I liked having the buns up, that way you could see the backpack and the wings better. The wings will come in later. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm doing the whole body now, and then I'm gonna go in with the animation of the wings later. So it's been really, really fun. Now let's take a sneak peek of what we have done so far. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to our patrons on Patreon. You guys are totally wicked. You guys are so cool. I love you so much. You make my dreams come true. If you guys don't have the means to be a patron, don't even worry about it. You can go ahead and share this video with your friends. And yeah, next week we will be doing some more flying, some wings maybe, even more color. So definitely tune in next week to see the updates of the theme song to our animated web series, Demonic Crepes. And shout out to Pineapple Blanket for watching. Thank you so much for watching, Pineapple Blanket. And until next time, stay inspired.